Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Tab, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the economic stimulus of India. Focus for 5G raises $250 billion from existing investors. Next, Parley in talks to buy Polish biscuit maker Dr. Gerard. Next, government may infuses rupees 5,000 crore in state-run Jain insurer. Next, over 9,000 Congress delegates votes to elected non-Gandhi party freeze. Next, focus on Paris FATF meet amid Pakistan bid to exit Greek list. Next, 5G will enhance delivery of scheme, center of state. Next, Sensex rises 491 points, Nifty tops 17,300 marks. Next, J&J sells largest plant in Telangana to Hetero. Next, Saudi Energy Ministry may visit India this week. Next, India slapping up festive gifts pack. Next, budget handsets may cost more after Diwali. Then we comes to pin number 2 on that focus on Paris FATF plenary amid Pakistan bid to exit grey list. Next, 5G will enhance delivery of scheme centers to state. Next, SCs to examine verdict quoting personal law to okay marriage of Muslim girls over 50. Next, SC notice to RBI and Swami pleas on banking scam. Next, over 9,000 Congress delegate vote to elected non-Gandhi party president. Next, Patoli targets power or bipole request. Next, crypto major threat. Interpol stocks post 5G new SPOs needed. Sinha. Then next, High Court stays case against Coal Min ex-official. Sent back to ED. Next, Chandra Kuchud appointed as the next Chief Justice of India. Then we come to the page number 3 on that center to define minimum work to for MGN REGA to maintain standard. Next, CBI quizzes Sisodiya for nearly 9 hours in Delhi exercise policy case. Next, Sanjay Singh among 100 AAP leaders detained. Next, SC refuses to squeeze summons against Manoj Tiwari in Sisodiya defamation case. Next, Jammu and Kashmir election likely next March. Karan Singh. Next, India to showcase arms to Africa IOR nations. Then next, the 2020 Defense Exposition has seen record registration by 1,340 companies. Then we comes to the page number 4 on that NARCL proposes to acquire Rise Exporter SSA International Debt. Next, no excise duty relief after GST. Next, IT searches Alchemist and UV ARC for innovations. Next, MG will show local to keep new EV price below restriction law. Next, Education Nokia to supply 5G equipment to Jio. Next, deadline to submit comments on draft telecom bill extended. Then we comes to the page number 5 on that inflation fight to be dogged and prolonged. Next, HDFC could be out of Nifty by December Jan, $1.5 billion outflow likely. Next, banks hike MCLR's repo linked lending rates post RBI rate actions. Next, SBI cuts saving deposit by 5 basis points to 2.75%. Bank of Baroda rises FCNR deposit rates. Then next, Hinduja Leyland Finance rises rupees 910 crore Visa QIB. Next, Invesco to offload 50 to 9.3 billion shares in G4 up to rupees 1,396 crore. Next, higher AUM share reflects rising heft of local players. Next, Electronic Mart makes strong debut. Next, bearish derivatives weights rise to level seen at COVID onset. Then we comes to the page number 6 on that rules need to be cleared calibrated to address risk from big tech. Next, are SEBI oral order valid? Ask lenders to carry broking. Next, Tata Alexis falls 8% as analyst cuts target on weak quarter 2 result. Next, JP Morgan evaluates Kulkarni as India chief. Next, Sapandana Sporty wings back to black in back to in September quarter. Next, Atto at cash up of rebound makes logistic a good turnaround bet. Next, government forms exclusive benches at 3 DRTs to resolve case above rupees 100 crore. Next, Bank of Maharashtra quarter 2 net doubles on crore income right backs. Next, SKS Powers lenders extended due to diligence deadline. Then we comes to the page number 7 on that VMart to acquire online marketplace Limeroad. Next, must maintain green energy supply chain in India. Goel. Next, Saudi Energy Mint likely to visit this week. Next, smoke and Spyjet fight, DGA orders inspection. Then we comes to the page number 8 on that suicide drones strikes Kyiv, many towns without power. Next, NATO holds routine nuclear drill. Next, EU to boost production of infra has substitutes fear grow. Next, Moscow draft offices to close from Monday. Next, Germany faces $85 billion hits has labor shortage intensity. Next, Saudi defends oil policy in face of US accusations. Then we come to page number 9 on that India lift 415 billion out of poverty in 15 years says UN. Next, work generated under NREGS rises in September after 3 months fall. Next, railway refers IRCTC Railtel merger to DIPM. Next, IRF chairman removed. Next, sugar outputs to be 2% higher. Next, PM releases rupees 16,000 crore for farmers rollout one nation one fertilizer scheme. Next, wheat will be sold in open market to control prices. Next, bidding for rupees 19.5 thousand crore around round 2 of solar module PLI in a week. Then next, dedicated wing needed for green GDP estimates. Next, we comes to the page number 10 on that IT cost on board 1 lakh plus freshers in first half despite headwinds. Next, Meta's India ad revenue up 74% to rupees 16,000 crore in financial year 2022. Next, Cognizant joins peers to roll out 7 to 10% salary hike to employees. Next, Cognizant picks Infosys veteran Ravi Kumar to lead America's market. Next, iPhone 14 hit by SIM bug, admit Apple. Next, 41 billion. Next, West to buy right wing app Parler. Next, Coinbase hire fintech expert Daniel Selford. Next, cannot have general blocking order. Twitter in Karnataka High Court. Next, Flipkart takes its wares to Metaverse with Flipverse. Next, Metaverse India's ad revenue up 74% to rupees 16,000 crore in financial year 2022. The next, China's lockdown almost 1 billion people near iPhone factory. Next, SpaceX 6 do dot permit to launch Starlink in India. Then we comes to page number 11 on that in talks to raise rupees 500 billion more. It's next, leveraging quick commerce. Next, cost pressure. Next, restructuring underway. Then we come to page number 12 on it's an article section in that more than just token protection. Next, there are subsidies and there are subsidies. Then then the India story goes to Washington. Next, hand ups. It's the Interpol meeting. Next, portrait of an Iranian journo has an fact trailer. Next, update information target scenario. Next, sole reason for rebirth chakra. Next, an Atmanirbhar growth model. Next, ghost and monster. Next, reaching west via London. Then we comes to page number 13 on that 1,000 piece art collection go to auction this year. Next, easing the credit cap for smaller retail. Next, hot dog cuisine catering to canine goat meats. Next, Harvard is making amend for its past tie to slavery. Next, management lessons Ateria learned from Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola. Then the central pillar. Then next, 16-year-old Indian GM Ghushesh stuns Carlson's. Next, Liverpool Man City bitter rivalry boils over. Next, another day, another upset. Next, Raza leads Zimbabwe to win over Ireland. Next, Shami gives India unlikely win. Then we come to page number 14 on that J&J sells its largest India plant has demand weakened. Next, Parle is hungry for Polish biscuit maker Dr. Jared. Next, COVID infection likely to go up in Diwali next few days crucial. Next, GSK's India evaluates Akshikar as its MD. Next, Cipla bids on digitalizations to raise the bar on productivity. Next, Adani Port names Iriscon India veteran Arun Bansal. Next, Ruchi sets up data analyst center in Hyderabad. Next, Purva Assets Management invests 93 crore from its first AIF in China Chennai project. The next, Modern to supply 100 meter COVID jabs to poor countries. Then we comes to the page number 20 on that. UK Council dumps trust plan in bid for fiscal relief. Next, UK energy costs to get European 14 billion emergency fund. Next, US security row credit Swiss to pay $495 billion. Next, Macron or Macron and Iran gone. Next, show me Taiwan rhetoric raises risk of war. Next, worry over China GDP data delay. Next, Belling halt LNG sale to foreign buyers. Next, Murdoch Muls merging new Fox. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.